Josh, walk us through your touchdown catch.
I mean, I was extremely grateful for the opportunity that we had. I knew we were working it all week. So once that I came off the field, we had that punt return rep. I knew we were in good field position for the play that we had worked all week, and I was just extremely grateful for the opportunity that Sheridan gave me because we had been working it all week. So I was pretty much prepared to go. So it was really good.
Josh, can you talk about your rapport and connection with Jalen just so far, up to this point, this far in the season?
Yeah, I mean, when I first got here, he welcomed me with open arms, and I was extremely grateful for that. Coming in as a transfer, Alabama, big time football school, it can be pretty intimidating. But I mean, from where I come from, I feel like as a person, I can kind of fit into wherever I need to. I can adjust pretty well. But I mean, he made it so easy for me, walking me around, showing me around, making me feel like family. So, I mean, extremely grateful for that.
As a transfer, what have the other players, the players that have been here, told you about the Georgia rivalry?
I mean, Georgia, a great team. We all know it. I mean, even if you don't come to Alabama, that rivalry is always going to be there. But, I mean, they're a great team, so, we respect anybody who we play. But, I mean, we're going in as Alabama football. They got to play us too, so.
What have you heard from, older players about what it's like to play, Alabama football in the SEC?
I mean, honestly, when I first got here, they kind of knew, my background.
Yeah.
So they knew I played on the national championship stage. So they knew I played big football. So, they gave me, the shallow kind of description of, what it really was.
Yeah.
But when I first experienced it, first time playing in Bryant-Denny, it was insane. The atmosphere, the lights. I mean, once it got dark, everybody was singing the songs and everything. It was crazy.
SEC play, specifically? What about it? Have you heard about, the increased level, the physicality? What was your perception, coming in? And then, what do you expect next?
Yeah, I guess perception, there's some big boys out here. Yeah. Big boys. I mean, everybody says, West Coast football doesn't compare to, the South. And I mean, sure, we're in two different places. It makes sense. But, I mean, football is football. If you love it, you're going to find a way to win. You're going to find a way to do your best. So, I mean, that comparison is always going to be there. But once you get here, you kind of understand from the first snap. You kind of see how it's going to go and then adjust from there.
You've had some big game matchups at Washington, whether it be Oregon or the Apple Cup or something like that. What's the board's focus? Is there anything different heading into a big matchup like this? Or does anything change with the coaching staff?
No, not really. So when I first committed to DeBoer, he kind of explained to me his whole game plan, and that was something I really put my trust into. And he has stuck to that every single time, every single game. And that's something we just all believe in, and we don't have one foot in the door, one foot out the door. We all commit to it, and we trust that game plan is going to get us to where we need to be. And these big game matches, we approach them all the same. So,
what kind of makes Nick Sheridan a unique play caller on offense?
I mean, Coach Sheridan, I love that guy. I mean, my tight end coach at Washington, so I kind of know his play style and his aggression and kind of how he really goes for these defenses. But I mean, I really can't answer that question on how he really calls his plays and what he's really thinking about. But all I know is that he's fully capable of doing what he needs to do and getting us to a good spot.
Josh, can you explain, tell us about how your transfer came about?
Yeah, so I mean, initially when Coach DeBoer left, I had some reservations, obviously, since I had just gotten there first year with DeBoer there at Washington too. But right when